Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. In this video, we're going to keep going here with this castle theme that we've been working on here. I've been busy with other things, with work and a family trip, but things are kind of getting back to normal now, and I can get back to the LEGO building. Now, as I look down here, now, first of all, you're going to notice there's not a lot of change right here, but because a lot of the stuff that I've been working on is actually on the other side of the basement, which I'll get to in just a moment. But you know what? I gotta say, I think it's kind of dark on this side. I'm looking at the Lowenstein Castle here, and this side is kind of dark, isn't it? I'm gonna have to get some of the lights, some of the other LEDs on this side here to kind of help illuminate this area. But check it out. I got some trees in here, guys. I got, well, a lot of these little pines. They're not huge, right? But I've been stealing these from my city. So I've been going throughout the city here, and I've been trying to find all the little pine trees that I can. And I've been putting them in here. Decent amount, as you can see, but I have robbed Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. But I really wanted to use this style of tree throughout the layout. I was trying to find these larger leaves right here so I can build lots of trees. And I was at my bricks and minifig store, and they had a lot of them. Unfortunately, though, they were selling them for $1 a piece. And I thought, man, I don't need them that bad. That is just really, really expensive. On Bricklink, it was a little bit better, but still pretty darn expensive, especially for the quantity that I am looking for. So for now, we're just going to have to deal with a lot of these little pine trees. So what have I been working on? Well, let me tell you, I have a family here in my neighborhood who know I'm trying to build this castle theme. And they had a lot of pieces that they donated to me that are very much castle oriented. From the a lot of them look like they're from the 1980s. They had a lot of minifig pieces that were all over the place, and a lot of the wall elements that were used for castles, mainly back in the 1980s and 90s. And they had so many of them, and it got me wondering, you know what castles did they likely have? So I looked back in time, and a couple castles looked like it might match the description from the pieces that they have here, one of which is going to be King's Castle from 1984. There's also a Monarch's Castle. It's a black castle as well that looked like something that they likely had as well, based on the pieces that I was seeing. So what I thought I would do is, instead of use them just for this and that, I thought about recreating them. I tried to find the instructions online, and it was too old. I couldn't find it. I was looking at set 6080, couldn't find it. So that was okay. I knew it was somewhere else there on the internet, so I went to brickfactory.info, which is another website I use for looking up Lego instructions, and I found it, and I just started working on it. And let me show you guys what we have here. And here she is. So looking at this thing, it's pretty obvious that this is the King's Castle from 1984. However, it is very different from it. Unfortunately, there were some pieces I just could not replicate. One of the big ones was the base plate. It had two of the 16 by 22 base plates that were used towards the back. A very unique shape. But they did that so they could actually open up the back so the front could be like this big wall. Unfortunately, that was something I could not do. I just used this big 32 by 32 base plate to build on. As you can see, worked out pretty good. Now, for these old castles, there wasn't a lot to them as far as the structure goes, but I will tell you what, they were awesome with giving you tons of minifigures. I think this thing had like 12 or so. It was just amazing. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the minifigs for the castle, the real one, are long gone. And I think I've been able to salvage a few of them. As you guys can see here, there's some of the original torsos of those minifigs, but definitely using different heads. I was going through my own collection trying to find minifigures, heads and arms and hands and anything I could to kind of get them all back together. Now, obviously, I'm missing the big feature of it opening up in the back, but what other features does it have to show off? One feature, unfortunately, that I'm missing is the little jail cell back here. I did not have one of those elements to really put in there, so that's just kind of an open room back there, but I could probably figure something else out to throw a bad guy in. Other than that, the only really moving parts going on this thing is, of course, going to be the door. I have this, let me go ahead and see if I can make this thing work here for you guys. Got this little mechanism here at the top, and that's going to raise the door here. Very, very cool. Pretty smooth. Not bad, not bad. I was really happy that I actually had enough of these black plates here to put this thing all together. Other than that, you got the drawbridge right here, right? And that opens up with this right here. There we go, and it is now safe and secure. Now, I will say that I am very tempted to just keep it as it is. I really be cool to actually have this in the layout, right? But it's pretty barren in the middle. I need to actually put something in there. So why don't I take the time to go through my little Lego collection here and see if I can put some, I don't know, maybe some living quarters in here, make it look like it's actually lived in a place that you actually do want to actually go inside. So spent maybe a couple hours modifying this thing, moving things around, trying to figure out how to make this all come together, make it look like a more legit castle. I'm not a castle builder, so you know, go easy on me on the critique. But anyway, the first thing I did here was I smoothed out the wall on both sides. It had that bulge right about here before, and that's because the original design had that with hinges, so you can open up the back. Because I wasn't going to keep that feature, it made sense to just smooth it all out, and that actually pushed the castle forward, made it wider by 3 studs. As you can see, it actually overhangs a little bit on the base plate right there. So anyway, one of the big changes that you're going to notice right away is the catwalks are very wide on this thing. It's going to be nice wide area here, especially on this side right here. So lots of space for our guards to walk around and look for oncoming threats. And you'll also notice that I added this barrier right here, railing, because here at King's Castle, your safety is our priority. Also, with these 2 towers here at the back, I removed those wall elements here and here so that people can actually get up those stairs and actually access the entirety of the catwalk. Had just 2 of these left right here. That was it. That means that I counted these all out, these wall elements here, and there are 33 of them in this castle. It's crazy because it's not very big, but just the fact that it uses 33 of those is pretty darn crazy. But tried to keep the continuity of colors all around this thing. It looks pretty good. I got a lot of these fires going on around here to kind of light it up at night, of course. And let's take a look at the interior of this thing, or the yard and the courtyard on the inside here. Got some food supplies there in the back. We also got some valuables there, and we got, looks like, a feast in the making there to enjoy here very, very soon. Let's see, anything else? I think the door, yeah, the door, the main tower here in the front is the same. I didn't do anything with that. Turn this thing around. You'll notice that I got a jail cell. I got it to fit right there, guys. So it's just big enough to fit 1 minifigure standing up. And there is an area here, kind of a living quarters, a little bit, some room here, and obviously goes back into the corner there. I didn't do any interior on it. I wanted to find a nice door for it, but that's going to be something that's going to be a work in progress for me. For the future. I also got a stable in there. Got to have a stable for your horse. After taking it for a ride, you can park it right there. Enough room for just 1 horse though, and that is about it. So that is the updates or upgrades I made to King's Castle. We still have our knights right here that are the residents. So now that we've made this thing and put so much effort into building it, I think we should keep it. Let's keep it in the in this new developing medieval castle layout that we got going. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera here and run over and see if I can find a good spot to place this. Okay, I got it placed. I ran back and got my camera here, so let's go ahead and show you where it is. There we go. Ta-da! All right, let me see if I can get a little closer here. But yeah, there it is. King's Castle, kind of in the center of things here. I don't really know if that's a good location for it, but it seemed to fit pretty well with everything else around it. So let me know what you guys think of the placement there. It looks okay. It's getting crowded over here, I think, a little bit, huh? I'm gonna have to rethink this thing, or maybe I can steal some space from space. I don't know if I can. Maybe I should put space away. I don't know. I like having these out. It's very nostalgic for me from my teenage years. But I don't know. I'm pretty ambitious about the castle layout and getting my hands on some great castle sets. So I'm gonna probably have to figure out a way to make more space. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this awesome old castle. If this is one of those sets that you owned or still own, maybe, it'd be cool to know what you guys have still from castle sets from the 80s. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Till then, have a good one. Bye-bye.